Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please give a warm welcome to the hosts of the SWA Happy Hour, Dom and Chris.
Turn around, I'm fighting for my life. Step back, stand my ground. Keep us swinging till the end of the round. Stand tall, never fall. Do or die with your back against the wall. I'm gonna set my sights on the bright lights of the city. Life's the hard road, a trail of tears and misery. Ain't nothing feeling different, but everything has changed. I'm looking in the mirror for someone I can blame. Be cruel, play the fool, whatever your predilection. Strapping, coaching, find myself a new direction. I'm gonna set my sights on the bright lights of the city. Life's the hard road, a trail of tears and misery. I'm gonna set my sights on the bright lights of the city. Life's a hard road, a trail of tears and misery. Well, I can't find a reason, I'm sure there is no rhyme, why so many of us are dropping out of line. Step back, stand my ground, keep us swinging to the end of the round. Stand tall, never fall, do or die with your back against the wall. I'm gonna set my sights on the bright lights of the city. Life's the hard road, a trail of tears of misery.
Well, how about that? Hello,
Hey.
Mr. Lane. How are you?
Hello to you, Mr. Torregrossa. How are you?
I'm here.
That's good. That beats.
So that's good.
Beats when you're not.
It is better than when I'm not.
And
Yep.
hello, everybody in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight?
What is going on, friends?
Yep, that was The Hard Road, Dominic's song, which I actually played bass on, and there's a reason why we started that song, played that song tonight, which we'll get into in a little bit. But we'll say hi to people in the chat first.
Yes, let's go backwards this time.
Okay, start at the bottom and work our way to the top.
Start at the bottom and work to the top.
I mean, that's the
Not
American
that
way,
there's
right?
any a bottom at all.
Well, there's the Riff Room. How are
what's
you?
going on, Riff Room? And the real Justine Fitzpatrick's here, not the fake one. The real one's here.
The real one, and of course, Chad Freeman.
And the other half, Kurt Fitzpatrick, is here. KVK is here.
Nice, and of course,
my
Jade
coil
Starr.
making friend, Jade. A fantastic job tonight, Jade.
Yeah, and we're going to talk. That's partially connected to the song, and we're going to talk about that. Silver Girl, great to see you. How are you this evening? My buddy Coldacre is here.
Chatters, Mr. Chad Freeman's here. Our good friend Michael of Michael Songs is here, which means Maria may be somewhere.
Maria is, chances are, lurking someplace. I saw Zim's VW. And of course, hello
to you, Old Mustard.
Yep. And Camilla is here.
Mustard on them biscuits.
Who else? Folk and Blueser, of course.
Yeah, he said he'll be right back.
Yeah, Ray Pierce stopped in for a second. I think he's going to drive by tonight.
He had a hell week. He said, hell week. Hear that. Silver Girl, I see you. Hey, what's going on?
And Brian Drums was first in the building.
First in the building.
Yeah. So we appreciate you pulling the chairs down and getting the red solo cups out and getting ready for the show for us. So appreciate you, Ed.
I got to say, I think I see there's names. Oh, did we say hello to Camila?
We did.
Okay. There are names here that I don't remember from a month or two ago. So you've been working it, Chris. You've been working it.
We have some new people, and we're making new friends, and that's
like having friends.
Yes. Friends is what makes it all worth doing. So
yes.
Indeed. Yeah.
So it is good to see you all.
Oh, hey, Lord Spike Protein. We missed him somehow.
Oh, Lord Spike Protein.
How are you?
Did you see that little joke I made you about you today, Chris? When Lori said, Chris is so old school. I said, he's so old school, he just calls it school.
Yeah. And you're not wrong.
I like that one. I was
that was bad.
I gave myself a little pat. Hey, Maria, how are you?
Hey, if you can't laugh at your own jokes, then chances are no one else will either.
Yeah, and Maria, we're all extremely saddened by your news of losing your dad.
Our condolences. That's terrible, and we're really sorry to hear that. Maria's father passed away suddenly and unexpectedly here very recently. So, give Maria some love in the chat. And Conspiracy, I just saw him. So, hey, and there he is.
There he is.
Yes, it's like the universe expanding out, and that's a good thing. So,
yes.
Anyway.
Sorry to hear about your bad week, Ray.
Yeah. Hey, we all have them. Hey, there's our buddy Huge.
What's going on, Huge?
Hunkacre.
Huge Caldwell.
Yeah, indeed.
So what's been going on with you, Mr. Lane?
Hey, I'm just living the dream, brother man.
Are you really?
No.
I've just been dreaming I've been living.
Yeah. Work goes on. I'm in a good creative period. That's fantastic. We can probably touch on that. But I wanted to get to The interview with Viv on Jade's thing was fantastic. And kind of the segue into that, we started this song with a reason. And I think most of you guys know, but maybe some of the newer ones don't. Both Dom and I are cancer survivors. That was one of the
Yes.
things that we initially hit it off with is,
Hey, Viv. Phenomenal,
Viv.
Viv.
Oh,
Forget that story. Viv, you were great tonight.
yeah, we're
You
pulling
were
the show
phenomenal.
over.
To watch you from being all nervous, well, you were never totally calm, that's great too. And then you just did a fantastic job. You
I
were
thought it
so
was
engaging.
charming.
Oh,
It just
God, yeah.
was,
Yeah.
that it was charming because it was vulnerable, it was real, it was authentic, it just all the things that we knew that we loved about you, everybody got to see that.
hmm
And that was
And
just,
then we found a few more.
yeah, indeed. Yeah. So it was just fantastic in every
Great.
way. So, how this all ties together is Jade ended the show with the song that Viv did in conjunction with Naya, another member of SWA, that's going on Russ's Cancer album. And for those of you who don't know, Russ 88, 89 has put together album of tracks from the community that, some of the songs maybe are cancer related, some of them are not, but it's just going for childhood cancer. And they're being converted into MP3s. They're going to get played in hospitals. It's just a fundraiser and just a community outreach to people suffering from that.
Right. So
And
that's
and
a
there's
noble cause and a valiant effort.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's
Him
just
and Brad,
fantastic.
I think,
Brad
folk
Example is
punks
the other one.
involved in it.
Yep. And of course, Jade, I think, did a lot of the mastering on a lot of the tracks, if not all of the tracks. And so just a great thing. And that's why, obviously, it's close to Dom and I's heart. If you've had cancer, it's a club that you can understand things that unless you're in that club, you don't understand.
Hey, Pendar.
And so we have a real heart for, we both had it as adults. And
Mhm.
that's one thing. But when you're looking at, a young kid in there or a teenager that's their life is just beginning and they're having to battle cancer, that's really a serious thing. So it's fantastic that Rush is doing that. And,
Yeah.
it's fantastic that Viv and Naya got involved and are on the album and lent their talents to it. So,
that song came out. I mean, we heard it a while ago.
right.
But after Jade's mastering, oh my God, they sound so good together.
Well, yeah, everything we could hear the gem of the song and everything,
Yeah.
but now it's polished up the way it's
Yeah.
supposed to be.
Yeah, like in SWA, we don't hear the end product. We just hear everything leading up to there. Like we don't need to hear it when it's done. Like set it free, kind of thing.
Exactly.
But,
And that's a funny thing, and I suspect people don't understand that. Almost nothing polished or finished is ever released in SWA. It is all works in progress and
Or
everything.
else I yell at you, right?
Yeah. Well, Don goes, "What are you doing? It's already out. We don't care." And he's not wrong. Like we had a track today. One of our newer members put in a track, and I mean, it was rough.
Yeah, Jason.
He said it's rough and everything, and we said, fantastic.
It was rough,
exactly
man.
right.
It was rough.
Of
But
course,
I mean, I think it was beautiful. I mean, you could hear what he's trying to do.
That song is going to be outstanding.
Yeah, you could hear what he's trying to do.
He did what you needed to do. He captured the lightning in the bottle of, I've got this idea, I've got a beginning of a melody, I've got the chords down, I've got a structure, and I think I've got the basis of a song. And he submitted it, and we said, you absolutely have the basis. Here's a couple things we hear. Keep working.
But that's where being in the group can be most helpful is early, because we all said a couple different things that he can now incorporate, into when he works on it. Yeah,
exactly. And we agree. I mean, SWA, we're loaded with goddesses. We just got it going on there. So, yes, but you two ladies were so fantastic on that song, and you guys are you're beautiful musicians in your own right. But that collaboration was fantastic.
So, Naya's harmonies were just beautiful.
I mean, they got it going on.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what, so many things to take from that interview today. I was not aware that Vivid played with Blackmore, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah, yeah. I was like going in and out, and then I walked past. I was sitting on the top of the steps, listening to Richie Blackmore. I was like, "Hold the train!" What?
Yeah, exactly. And just, she's so modest. And oh yeah, I played with Richie Blackmore for a while. Okay, wow. I'm not sure I can spell Richie Blackmore, so that's friggin' amazing.
Mm.
And just her body of work over a long period of time.
Is that you?
What? What are you pointing at?
Zim.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh yeah. Here, let me make the connection. Yeah, Jason Zimmerman, Zim's VW Garage, same dude.
See, you learn something every day.
Hey, yeah. See, come to your own show for a couple
good
weeks.
thing I didn't say what I was gonna say, Chris. What we were talking about before we came on. No, no, we really liked it, bro.
Yeah, yeah, and again, now he's the inside skinny of like that's how we work, and so it is nice. You learned more about the Dom Father today. What did you learn about the Dom Father?
What the hell did you learn about me today?
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second.
For once, it wasn't about Dom. It was somebody else. Yeah. Well, I think what he found out is you're a stalker. And you go out on the internet.
Come on, look at me. I have internet troll written all over me. I am flat. I have different flannels on,
Okay.
My wife loves this look.
No doubt.
This is my getting on clothes.
Sexy time, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I got my grumpy old man club shirt on.
And that's why I'm downstairs.
Yeah.
Hey, JHK. Reborn, nonetheless.
Okay. Very nice.
So I think
there's Brad right there.
Hey, what's going on, Brad?
The other half of the album that we were just talking about. So thank you for doing that, Brad. It is really a fine thing that you and Russ are working on.
Yeah. And I just wish I could have focused enough to contribute.
Yeah.
I had it all done too.
No.
But I never got to record it because I got so busy live streaming and then bidink, badink, badunk.
Well,
and then when I had the time, my shoulder gave out. So,
well, I was, doing the stuff I was doing all this summer, and when I finally got done, it's like boom, and songs started coming out, including the one that I'd hoped to send them. But that ship has sailed. But
yeah,
the song will be done, and I'll still.
Well, I think Conspiracy, right, and Chad are going to be doing a benefit album as well, aren't they?
They are kicking around the idea, and so that I think this idea has some traction, and I certainly there are many worthy causes that we as independent musicians could get behind. And
I must say, if we do any cause for independent musicians, we should do it to keep kids' ability to learn how to play, because no schools give it anymore.
Oh,
music in school is like the first thing they take away, Oh,
I know it. And it's just, and followed by athletics, the two things nearest and dearest to my heart, and kids aren't getting that. And it makes me sad. And again, Jade's always asks about the recorder, or did you have lessons and everything? Well, it's a funny question, but it's legit. I mean, that we had recorders at my school, and we started with that. We had triangles, and we had bad in time, and I didn't learn much. But
see, I'm not a troll. I'm only in 2 layers of flannel. Thank you. I feel much better about myself now. Give that guy a backstage pass.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, it was a fantastic interview, and Jade does such a fantastic job of getting people to open up in a way that just is surprising. And I think the interesting thing is you could look on on Viv's face, and she was surprised even as she's answering the questions and kind of expounding on her musical journey. It's like, I didn't think I was going to talk about this, or I hadn't. I
think we all. I think that if you got all the people who Jade has interviewed together, they will all say the same thing. That
I think so.
It's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, honestly.
And Viv probably did the same thing. Like I think when I was on Jade's show, I was almost late to my show because we talked for like another hour and 50 minutes when the show was over. And I was like, I really have to go.
Yeah, that was we ended up talking quite a bit before. Now I had to get out of there, but we could do a show on people that have been on Jade's show, because I think universally everyone would say it was just a fantastic experience.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, that would be a long show too. Jade's interviewed a lot of people.
A lot of people. Well,
Mhm.
yeah, if we are ever stuck for an idea, there we go.
There you go.
We'll just reach out. We'll just swing our arms around and we'll hit 4 people and
Yeah.
they've been interviewed and we
Yeah.
can talk about it.
Chances are you throw a rock, you got to hit someone who has been interviewed by Jade. She's been doing it a long time. 122 interviews and going
Look at
strong,
that.
getting better each time.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know about you, but like I try and watch a current one and then I try and jump back and get to know somebody from an interview from like 2 years ago or whatever. And still I'm nowhere close. Out of those 122, maybe I've watched 40.
I don't get to watch a lot of them because it's right at the end of my work day. So I'm finishing and then going home, and then I get tackled once I get home with my kids. So I do miss a lot of them, except for when, like when Nao was on, I actually changed my work schedule around so I can be at work and hear it. And then tonight I just happened
I did the same.
to be homesick. So
well, I know I've mentioned it to Jade. I'm thrilled with the change of the time zones right now, because I can actually watch basically all the show before I have to go pick up my wife. So that's great. Now, different times of the year, it starts right as I leave to go get her. So I get part of it in the car and then I catch the end when I get back, etc. But it's, I mean, all of her shows are great. I mean, I'd chop in whenever I can, because you'll learn stuff, even if it's stuff that maybe I don't think I have an interest in right now, an app or something like that. It's always good to learn, because I might need that app someday in the future, or I might need the idea that you get from that. And
that sounds cool. Creator Rewind.
I love that idea. Well, because I don't know if you were on when we were talking about this. This may have been last week, but in the last couple of years, I have seen, some of the people that I've been associated with, and the tremendous growth in the community in both their musicianship and their interaction with others, the collaborations. So that is a fascinating concept, Jade. And I think you could plow a lot of interesting new ground on that, because there's no comparison where, somebody you interviewed 2 years ago, what they're doing now, presuming they're still active. And most of them are. We haven't had too many, just drop off the face of the planet people in the community.
No, or you drop off for a while.
Yeah, and I think that's normal. I think that's a part of the creative
I think
process.
all of us get a little sick of YouTube after a while,
or you just.
I mean, unless like you're Jade, and I'm sure she gets sick of it too, where it's a job for you.
That's your job, man. Yeah. But we all get sick of our jobs. But I think it's, as creators, I think it's healthy to take and sometimes you're just forced to. That was my situation. I Dom's on kind of a forced hiatus. But I know he'll come back. Well, you dropped a song on SWA.
I wrote a new song.
Yeah, so he
had a thought and I wiped, and it was
that's
pretty
what
much
you
like
gotta
a bullet. Yeah,
got to do. Grab it while you got it, and
I had an idea. What do you think of this idea? I said to Michael Songs, and he was like, "Sounds pretty good." And I got baked, and I went downstairs and just knocked it out.
That is another interesting
dog
topic.
paws here.
We can dog paw, woof. How are you, man? We could discuss. I'm not a big drug person. And I need to say for the record, because it's getting to be, the running joke and everything. I actually only drink Friday nights. And I don't drink every Friday night. Like I won't be drinking tomorrow because I'll probably be on Clay's show and we're doing karaoke and I don't drink when I sing. just never have. But I do find later in the evening, just, a little bit of whiskey does promote a teeny bit of creativity in that, you're relaxed and you kind of clear your thoughts. It's like, okay, I'm going to work on whatever you're working on. And I know that you've said the same thing, have a little smoke and, like, okay, now I'm going to sit down. I'm going to work on this song for a little while. And like everything, I think things done in moderation can be helpful like that.
That, for me, my drink of choice working on music it's always coffee.
Yeah, well, I drink a ridiculous
I'll
amount.
drink the whiskey when I'm done.
Yeah, well, I'm such a weirdo. I drink whiskey and coffee sometimes simultaneously, and the body goes, pick a fucking lane, would you? Come on, man. But I love my coffee.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so I mean, about all that, like, I would say I'm pretty much, I mean, when I was a kid, yeah, I did every single thing there was to do when I was a kid.
Well, when you're done
But,
kids,
now I'm older.
Yeah.
But, recently, this all started a lot more recently. Like, it's been the whole time I've been home, almost like, 2 months now, right?
Yeah.
So they, what they give you is painkiller after painkiller after painkiller. And I have an extremely addictive personality. I hate the fact that I smoke. Every cigarette, just makes me want to gag, and I can't stop. So when these doctors start prescribing, stuff with codone, all these different pills, I was getting a little worried. Like, I don't want to be in a low position and get now hooked on these damn pills. So once I started feeling better, I was like, if I could just chill out the pain where it's not killing me, I think I'll be all right. And I was like, I'm going to go get weed. And sure enough, I started knocking out the pills during the day just by smoking, and then just only take, a doozy at night. But,
well, and I think it's important to know, if you do have a bit of an addictive personality, to, know that going in and be
I mean, that's 100%. I kept calling the doctor. Do I have to take this? Do I, so.
And it's a fine line because, when you're in the kind of pain that you were in, your body can't tolerate that long term.
Mm-hmm.
So you do have to knock it down to an extent. And that's why, a higher dose or dose that you would normally take or wouldn't normally take is okay, because, you're just getting that pain thing. You're not going to get the euphoric rush that you would just taking drugs. So,
well, you know what? I mean, some of them I've been pretty euphoric. I mean,
okay,
I've had some good nights.
All right, fair enough.
In that original kind of way, like nights where I wasn't in really bad pain, or I crossed two pills a little too close together.
Yeah, I get you.
But like I said, I'm saving them for happier times.
Yeah. Banking them,
yeah, exactly. I after my cancer surgery, I got rid of all the painkillers, and I'm like, I'm so stupid. They make movies about how them, and I did it the same reason then, because I'm like, I don't trust myself with something that says it's highly addictive.
Yeah. Now Hugh's right. I mean, we're all addicted to those too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, what did you get, Pole Vault? Put it in the chat.
Another one.
Yeah, Pole Vault is a bit of a guitar collector.
A little bit.
Yeah, not a bad thing.
Oh, sorry about that, KVK. Yeah, well, the struggle then with them. I watched my mother back in the OxyContin days, to watch my own mother become totally addicted to them, and not by her own doing,
Yeah, well, that's
just by doctors prescribing. Well, take a higher one. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, again, the doctors did a misservice, but I don't think they completely understood, how that can be a problem for some people.
Yeah,
and
they would just making
and of
money.
Course, now it's swung the other way,
and now it's almost. I mean, you have to have a leg off to get something.
It's ridiculous. Well, like everything, the government's got involved, and this is this is a problem, so we'll overregulate it. And I know people with RA and long-term chronic things that they are never going to get better who really need that medication and have
Yeah.
a hard time getting it. And it's not fair to them. So
Well, that's why, like, my wife gave me big respect when I came home from the doctor, and she showed my prescription. And she's like, "Man, mate, you must be in pain." I'm like, "I'm telling you,
yeah.
I ain't faking this shit."
Well, I knew when my wife suffered from shingles in her eye, people. If you've ever had shingles, okay, imagine it in your eye, and took her to the emergency room. And the doctor just said, "How much morphine do you need?" And just wrote basically a blank prescription because they knew what
Ooh.
pain was involved with that. And luckily, she didn't have to take that for too long, and then was able to get some other things and get some relief. But don't get shingles, people. And damn, if you do get shingles, don't get it in your eye.
Mhm.
That's bad.
How can you not drink coffee, Clay? Are you a communist? What's
Yeah.
up with that? I don't. He's got to be the only person I know that doesn't drink coffee.
Yeah. Well, and everybody has their thing. Dog Paul said he quit coffee. I'm not addicted to coffee. I just like it a
Oh.
lot.
No. Yeah.
Yes. Some days on weekends, some Saturdays, some Sundays, I just don't even make any.
My favorite cup, the afternoon cup of coffee. Oh, that's my favorite.
Wow. For me, it never ends. Like this is probably my last cup today, but this will mean I drank a pot of coffee today.
Yeah, I was like, did so much research because that the one pill we were talking about, the nerve pain one. So
Yes.
it says it says don't take it with caffeine, and I was like, hello. So I actually I set my alarm to wake up like a few hours earlier to take the stupid pill, so when I wake up I can drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee because I'm like, this is not going to work. I'll take the pain. Don't take my coffee away.
Yeah. I understand. It's just that warm. It just means, okay, now we're up, and now we're moving. Now we're doing something with our life.
Yep.
Or trying to, anyway. Yeah. Yes. Don't we all? Yeah. There's there's only a couple on that list that I still do. You guys know most of them, but yeah. I did not make a pizza, not one friggin' pizza this summer, Dom.
Really?
I never uncovered my pizza oven.
Wow.
It was a weird.
And I haven't used my grill at home yet.
Really?
Well, partially because we're always running off to Pennsylvania. But
right.
Yeah, I have not. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have my kids start putting this stuff away for winter. I'm like, but I'm gonna get my grill so we can start using it again.
Yeah. No, it was weird. It was, I usually have people over and everything, and I just didn't do it. And I think we're going to get the frost that's going to kill the tomatoes this week. So that means we're pretty much, I don't make pizza in the winter because, I'm a fun guy, but the snow drifts where the pizza oven is, and I'm not going to stand out there in 8 inches of snow trying to make a wood-fired pizza.
No, you should not do that.
No, that's, I'm a fun guy, but I'm not that fun.
You're a fun guy. You're a fun guy.
I love fungi. It's one of the reasons.
So, know what I have? One thing I have realized. So, basically, I've had nothing to do for about 2 months now.
Right.
So, has anyone played The Witcher? The Witcher 3? I just found that is the best game ever to play stoned. Because it's like walking through the forest, picking flowers, and like long movie sequences between like things and stuff. Oh, I just sit back all day. It was like, that was like my routine. My wife and kids would go to work. I get up, do the morning stuff, and then get baked and
yeah,
try not to move my neck.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm not a video game guy. Never was. Never could get into it. I mean, my kids did it and everything, and of course I would play them. They'd whip my ass, and
well, see, I mean, they, I think one of the coolest things about the age we all grew up in is that we all remember life before computers, you know?
yes,
So it's to see where it started and where it is now, it's just mind-boggling. But yeah, I mean, I've had almost every game system, you know, ever made. So I still play. I still play. Usually in the winter more. It depends. I have to like either be in a funk or a reason. Like this is the perfect reason to. Is matter of fact, if you are home with a really debilitating illness, getting lost in a video game is like, oh,
yeah.
just just a blessing, you know.
No, I can see that.
Oh, ribeye with butter,
Yeah,
butter
well,
based ribeye.
that's what I made.
Okay, what's the
tonight.
time? It is. Where's my clock? It is 10:30. We went 37 minutes before food was referenced.
Yeah, so that's pretty good for us.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah,
Remember, we almost won a whole show once. We
yeah.
almost
With that, yeah, we're nowhere near our record. Our record is we went 1 hour and 46 minutes before we discussed food.
And that was probably Hugh too. He probably came in.
Probably. Damn
Probably.
you. Hey, we like food. That's
Yeah.
I made because I grilled 3 steaks the other night. I saved one of them and I cut it into strips and heated up a little bit. We had steak salad for dinner tonight.
Oh, we love it.
Yeah. And that's honestly, we eat salads with either salmon or chicken or something pretty much every Thursday night because it's something I can make us for dinner. We both love it. And then I can come down here and do the show.
Mm.
And I'm not cleaning up the kitchen for 6 hours like when I make other stuff. So, yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I get a good deal on steaks because I buy them from there's a farmers cooperative, and it's out on the Eastern Plains, and they gather up beef and chicken and all this stuff, and they deliver it to my house. So they come in once a month with a sack, an insulated cooler, and it's got dry ice in it, and I've got all this frozen. I got steaks and chicken, and it's all farm raised, all organic, no hormones, no antibiotic, grass-fed beef. And it is pretty doggone good.
Cool.
Oh, I don't know what this is an answer to, but I've got the mental picture. Yes, the sweatbands and tiny white shorts. That is a total 70s look. And I know I was there.
Ah, the 70s.
Ah, yes.
Tough skins.
Yeah. Wide collars. And did you have puka beads?
Yeah, who didn't have puka?
Puka beads was really a thing. Well, my mother was talking about with a friend in Utah where we used to live, and just talking about one of their sons. And I just remember him from junior high and the puka beads and all this kind of stuff. And then it hit me, shit, he's an old man now too. And I bet he's not rocking the puka beads anymore. But people get frozen in your mind when you last see him. And I last saw that dude in junior high. So there you go.
Oh, you gave up consoles. Good for you. I mean, it got too costly. I mean, I used to have, I had 2 different Alienware computers. Like, I know. Yeah, but they were cool.
Yeah. Oh, Dogpaw had puka shells, I'm sure.
Of course he did.
He was old rocking them, but
he just put them out when he went to the club to try to get a girl.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, hey, you'd look good in these puka shells, honey. Yeah, we're wise to you, Dogpaw. We know your deal.
Could have not escaped. He, just like everyone had a members only jacket.
Actually, I never had one of those.
Oh, no, you know what I ever did? No.
No, never did.
Sorry. Everyone but you.
Everyone, just certain of those things I just never got into. Just wasn't I've never actually owned a polo shirt.
My whole thing, I don't advertise for people.
Yeah.
I don't want a brand on something. Except my guitar. I want it to say Martin or Taylor.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, that's totally different.
But most other things I don't like to to advertise for people. I got in a fucking argument like earlier this week. Someone running for some office I could care less about was talking to my wife at the door, and my wife was like, no, thanks. And then I go out the next morning and they staked a fucking sign in my lawn. And I saw him the next, later on that day, and I was like, we told you we don't want your sign. You put it in like, you ain't paying me. I'm not going to advertise. I don't care about you, lady.
Yeah. It's the silly season. Yeah, I'm getting calls, Hey, what's your opinion on this? I have no opinions on anything. Stop calling me. Don't care.
KVK, did you say that? See that? Riff Room wants you to tag them in chat.
Yeah.
And do it now.
And again, it's possible someone's on my channel or in Dom's channel, and that's why you're not actually seeing them, because we run the show simultaneously.
I don't have my show open. How many are in yours?
I don't have my show open.
Oh, yeah.
I have no clue.
I know. I'm a bit of a dick, but fuck them. Don't put shit in my lawn.
Well, I mean, if you want to advertise a candidate, that's fine. But yeah, don't. It's presumptuous for someone to stick a yard sign when.
Yeah, isn't that mean? Someone tells you no, not to do something, and then you do it anyway. That's not mean. Me saying you're an asshole, that's mean. No, that's just being honest. They're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, that's not cool. No, I never wore bell bottoms either, Dog Pop. But there's a reason.
No, yeah, I don't have bell bottoms.
Yeah, well.
My
big football player thighs, bell bottoms. Why accentuate the fact that my legs are huge?
Can you not never mention your thighs anymore, please?
You like my thighs. That's why. My mother would buy corduroy pants, and no, and she couldn't understand why they didn't last. I said, Mom, I'm out playing sports all the time. My thighs are rubbing together. And the corduroy gets destroyed in the crotch. And then, I'm standing around in my underwear. So stop buying corduroy pants. I just want jeans. Thank you.
See, unlike Hugh, I never got into cargo pants because I am about, with pockets, equal weight distribution. And if I can't, I try to keep actually nothing in my pockets. I have one of those small wallets that you just have. But so I never got cargo pants because I don't want to start putting more stuff and then constantly trying to level off the weight.
Yeah, I love my cargo shorts just because they're just easy, and I can keep a pocket knife and guitar picks and all the good stuff that I need. So yeah,
Kurt Kilpatrick. Garage band. Oh, Go Naked. I thought it said GB. I was like, you recording the nude.
Yeah, that's hey, if that's your creative process, far be it from us to judge that.
I could just imagine what my songs would be about if I did that.
Well, I know me, and I would adjust, and my guitar would slip, and I would knock my nut, and and then I could sing really high. Yeah, that would
change in my pocket drives me friggin' insane. Oh,
yeah, no, I won't carry change.
Like a real, I take the change and I throw it in my car, somewhere
in the console.
Yeah,
which occasionally
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we have this thing in our house, when we went to Florida. I got all the kids and we had, a 5-gallon thing of change, and we rolled it all. And so that is, no one spends change in my house. Merces are coming back too.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fanny pack. Brilliant idea.
When I was working at the printing company, I had a fanny pack, and you keep your tools in it and everything. It was fantastic,
especially for anyone who smoked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, exactly. No, and I'm with you. That probably is a better place.
Let's bring it back, folks. Let's bring it back.
Yes, we know, Hugh. Yes, you guys have extra letters in your words and everything. We don't care. I tell most of my authors I'm going to convert you into American English, as it should be. Yeah, I bet.
How many guitars will you be getting with that lottery ticket?
Let's just remember, if you have that winning one, remember who your friends are, pole vault. All I'm saying.
Not us.
Nah, probably not. Daddy still wants a Firebird. My experience with the non-existent Chinese guitar just stroked my desire to get one. So, anyway,
I'm almost sad that it's over. I would like you to order another piece of crap from some foreign country for the good of the show, Chris.
I know. I would fall on that grenade for the good of the show, but I guarantee this company's never going to contact me again.
Oh, they will.
Yeah,
they'll contact anyone.
I made vague threats. If I find which one of the 5 billion Chinese guys you are that screwed me. But, yeah. Indeed. Let's see.
He does.
There you go. Well.
Hey, Dwight. How you doing, pal?
Hey, Dwight Bailey. Good to see you, man.
Very nice to see you, sir.
Welcome to the show. We're hanging out and chatting about stuff like we always do.
Just stuff. Nothing important, nothing fancy.
We're not going to save the world, We're not going to.
We're not?
Probably not. We can make
really a bunch of senior men sitting at home on their computer will not be saving the world.
No.
But we will enjoy ourselves as the world deteriorates around us.
And I do believe, and this Viv pointed this up, and she's exactly right. We have the ability to make the world a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
If we could convince a little bit of the world to treat each other like we do in the musician community, the world would be a little bit better place. And if we could all get together and find commonality, like in music, like we all do, the world would be a little bit better place.
Well, I think there's two reasons why we can all get along with each other. And I'm not taking anything away because it's true. Music is the one thing that connects us all, despite what kind of music we like. We all make it so we kind of respect each other. But I think the other reason is there's money isn't involved with YouTube. I mean, it could be, but for the vast majority of us, no one's making money from YouTube.
No, it's not a motivator.
I think you add money into any other equation with a group of people, and it taints the water. So
I have to agree with that. Money is not the root of all evil. That's a misquote. It's the love of money is the root of all evil. When you love money more than it causes problems.
Says everyone without money.
Yeah, exactly. Says every broke ass dude like me. I'm a legend in my own mind. There's no question about that. But
God, no one loves Chris like Chris loves himself. I guarantee that.
I love me some me. That's what I mean. You have to, and this is the thing. I'm just honest about it. We all should love ourselves while being realistic about all the things that we suck at.
And, love the fuck up you are, basically.
Yeah, basic. Yeah, go look. I'm broken, but I am me, and I got to be okay with that. So
100%.
Yeah. So,
Viv, when you making that song public, I was going to grab it, and it's not public yet. Wonderwall is the Root of all evil.
Wonderwall, yeah.
It's always
No.
good to have one of those good people who can never actually speak seriously. That's huge. Caldwell.
Absolutely. That's my job normally, but it's in my show. Yeah. I need someone else to
Yeah, that
fall on
one.
that.
The one that you do with Ned. It's not up yet.
No, I don't believe it will be up until the album is released. Which,
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, there she goes. She said it.
No,
there.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Hey, it's Mosh. What's up, Lori?
Mishmash, waka waka.
Yeah. Good to see Lori. She's so fun. She's got fun all over her. I love that.
She's got pizzazz.
Yeah, she does. She's from Boston.
Boston.
Austin, your cousin from Boston. Yeah, all right.
So, speaking that we have all three people in the room, I have something to play. There we do. I haven't done this in a while, have I? Oh, can't do it yet. I gotta go right to it. There we go. Okay.
There.
So here is a song with our own Chris Lane Sr., Hugh,
Oh Lord.
and Laura's Mishmash. I was loving it.
This turned out to be fun.
Oh my God, it's so fun.
Well, the backstory of this is the song that was never going to come out, seemingly, because there was another person involved in it, and they ended up bailing on it, and we did parts. I mean, months and months and months ago, and it's like, we gotta quit fucking around with this and just actually do it at some point. So we finally all got off our asses and collectively put it together. And Lori did it. I mean, the video is brilliant.
Video is hysterical. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna play a video.
But that's my fucking song. That's my fucking song. You understand what I'm saying? I like that song.
Hey, Lori, KK, you? Let's just see how this goes, shall we? I know it sounds funny, but I just can't stand the pain. Girl, I'm leaving you tomorrow. Seems to me, girl, you know I've done all I can.
Well, there you go. That
My
was one.
my favorite thing about watching that video was going, "Oh my god, I fucking love this song." I liked it then, and I mean, it's
It's a
such
good
a
song.
and yeah, but easy like a Sunday morning. It says it so well, you know. What a
Yeah.
great video, Lori. Was that your idea with?
Oh yeah,
it
that
right
was totally.
it cracks me up every time I see it. It's just so funny.
Well, some of these things get to you just want to be done, and like I had done the backing vocals and so long ago. It's like I had no idea what I wore, nothing. So I had to go back and find what I sent her and went, oh, okay, so I had black. Oh, and I pulled my hair back and blah blah blah. So I got to look different now that I'm doing the vocals because that was not the plan. I was never going to sing the lead vocals on this. It's like, okay, well, how do I? And I thought, you know what? I'm gonna pimp JDL just a little bit. So I put on the tie and the pink shirt, and just I'll get out there and sing somebody else's song, and tried to have fun with it.
Oh, you look like you did. Great job.
Yeah,
Always.
it was fun. It's always fun to work with Laura. I've had the pleasure of working with her a couple times now, and it's a great experience, and I can't wait to do it again on something. I don't know what we'll do, but we'll do something. Oh. Yeah, well, you might have noticed on my latest song, I wore sleeves on that one too. You can actually see sleeves on me just a little more often, just to kind of vary it up a little bit. You can get stuck in a rut in some ways. So, well, we don't know that Lionel didn't take acid at some point. Well, I guarantee I was hot.
What would a person on acid think? What would they compare it to? They just be like, sounds like a normal song to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what that guy's talking about.
Yeah, probably. It's true. I of course wore sleeves when I worked with Lady because, So there you go. I guess I'm wearing sleeves more often. Well, actually, that's not true because when I did the heavy metal stuff with Lady, I didn't wear sleeves because, duh. But for the ladies, I put on sleeves.
That's right. I don't think you wore them when you were sleeveless in Dark Age too. Saying sleeve, like what's Chris wearing today? It's a sleeveless T-shirt.
Yeah, black sleeveless T-shirt. Shocker.
Sears.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Well, it makes it easier to get dressed. It just does. Well,
I would think it'd be harder. Like you could put your arms in the wrong.
I guess that's.
I'm not a sleeveless guy. It's too close to the stereotype. That's all I need.
Oh yeah. Well, no, you cannot wear a white sleeveless. No, you're right. You cannot.
Sauce on it. No, I just couldn't. Yeah.
No, you're right.
I'd be
black maybe, but yeah, white. No, nope. You can't do it. I wouldn't wear a white sleeveless shirt. Just saying. It's especially Hey, y'all come back now. You hear?
Yeah, it's been owned.
Yeah, you don't know that. I shot from the waist up on that one. So, anywho,
what other chat? Oh, I get it. Yeah, there's always going to be confusion with that, Clayton. Even me and Chris do it when I go to someone else's show and they're multi-streaming.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a little hard, because we try and maximize, the number of people that can check in. But
so Lord Spike's Protein's favorite Lionel Richie song is My Love, my favorite Lionel Richie song. And this just shows what a terrible person I am. Oh yeah, that was fun. I loved when you did Snacks and Tracks, Laurie.
Snacks and Tracks was a great show.
Yeah, you got to do that again. But my favorite Lionel Richie song is Hello, I Love You, because at the same time, that was like one of the biggest love songs at all. His wife caught him cheating on her with another woman and divorced him. Yeah, so I just thought, like, this is just beautiful,
Yeah. Well, you know.
So every time I hear that song, I think about it. You know, I wonder if he was like stoofing the other woman and coming up with these lines.
You gotta wonder. Yeah. Indeed. Ah, yes. Hey, Lionel Richie, great singer. Great.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude was amazing. I said was. He's not dead, is he?
I have no idea.
But he's. I assume he's retired, but because I haven't heard much from him lately. But well, I mean, he did that bit that we just saw with Dave Grohl, so that's in the last couple of years. So there you go. Yeah, Hugh is threatening us with a good time wardrobe wise. So do it. Yeah, all fun stuff.
It's good, man. It's good.
Yeah. Well, and at some point, because we're talking about wardrobe and all this kind of stuff, we'll have a show where we'll delve more into video and some of the things that go behind that, because I got some thoughts on that, but probably tonight's not the night.
I have no thoughts on behind it. I do not know.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons why I keep making songs with you, so you can just do the damn video.
Yeah, of course, do the video. Well, there's something to that. I mean, that was what was fantastic for me, is working with Lori is like, look, I'll shoot the stuff. Here you go.
Yeah.
And she'll knock it out because she's a video whiz.
I mean, I will go as saying, like, people have made really cool videos when, what is going on there?
Boom. Jeff? Hey, Jeff, how are you, man?
When you showed me the video of me, you, and Naya, like that was like one of the first times 3 people actually looked like they were together,
Yeah.
So I loved it.
Yeah, took a little doing, but it was fun. And again, I'm not shy about asking people how they do things or reaching out in the community for help and everything. And I had a couple questions that I asked Lori about various things, and picked up a couple pointers from her. So, and that's a cool thing about this community. If you want to know how to do something, somebody knows how to do it, and they're very willing to share their expertise with you, which is fantastic. Yeah. There we go. Boom. Good to see Hippie. Yeah. Everybody's got the boom on. We love Hippie, and we love Hippie booms. Those are the best thing.
Oh, he's definitely the most quotable of
no
internet
question
personalities.
Well, he's got a catchphrase, and it's a great catchphrase, and we all love it. Yeah, and that's the thing, and she put me on a path with, because I was asking, okay, how do you move people in the scene? Well, then I did research, and I figured out how keyframes work and everything, and like, okay, cool, I know how to do this now. And yeah, just good stuff.
More power to you, Chrissy.
Go to work. Well, I go to work, Pole Vault. We'll see you tomorrow night, I assume, on Clay and Chad's show. Which, for those of you who don't know, Clay and Chad did this once before, and it was so well received. Tomorrow night, it's karaoke night on Clay and Chad's show.
Oh, cool.
So show up with a song in your heart and a track in the back and sing karaoke. I showed up and did 2 the first time, and it was so stinking fun.
I had wanted to. Couldn't, but.
Yeah. So, well, tomorrow night, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
2 nights in a row. Let's push it.
Yeah, well, true. And you got to be smart and not.
Oh, speaking of smart.
Yeah.
So I get this brilliant idea yesterday. It's nice out. Let me just go bring the dog outside for I have a thing in the ground. I can stake him and a leash on it. So I get him out. He's going good. And the latch was kind of stuck on the thing I had to switch the leash with. And I was trying to do it like I'm holding the dog with my good arm.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to undo the latch. But of course, you can never really do things well with your opposite hand. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it'll be all right. So I grab him on this side and I undo the latch, and he just does a combat roll, and oh my God, forget it. Yesterday I took every pill I had. I was
Oh,
dying.
yeah. I know.
My wife came home. She goes, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "Oh, I did something really stupid."
Yeah.
I'm like, "I took the dog outside." She's like, "You idiot."
Yeah. Well, I hear you. I
Yeah,
was talking to
big
my brother
bastard.
earlier. He had shoulder surgery last week. So they fixed his rotator cuff, which had been torn for a couple years. And he also had a big tear in his bicep. So they fixed both those things. And he's, walking around with the thing like this. And he said, I've been doing pretty good as long as I don't do anything stupid. And I said, so what stupid things have you done? And he goes, well, I reached for the milk carton. And then I went, no, I didn't do that. But the Avalanche was on the other night and they scored a goal and he did this and he went, ah!
Yeah, it's like another 3 days of medication.
Yeah, exactly. So, oops.
Oh,
Yeah.
talking about his surgery, I talked to my surgeon. So if I haven't told anyone,
No, because you haven't been on the show last
that's
week.
right. November 2nd, I'm having spine surgery. But I had called him back. I said, you said each doctor has said there could be a possibility of a partially torn rotator cuff as well. And I said, when I spoke to you, you said the main problem is obviously the nerves being compressed by my spine. We'll deal with that later. And I said, I've been thinking about it, and I'm like, if I go into this damn surgery and something else is wrong, I'm like, I'm never gonna recover from that. It's like, how am I gonna actually, push through? Because I'm just gonna feel pain from something else that's not part of what you did. And so he was like, you're right. And so I'm going to go get my shoulder MRI. I'm like, I just want to know, like, if
no,
there's
that's
something
smart.
wrong, I want to know going in. It's like, it's really important to me that I have mobility. And that's when I was like, I play guitar and blah, 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 this. And I'm like,
Yes.
Yeah.
You need to do that, because the physicians, you can help them by giving them big picture stuff.
Yeah. Well, he was like, I just have to find the right way to pose it, to say it to insurance.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's
which
the
is
other thing.
And that's fucking ridiculous. Like,
Isn't it stupid?
They don't authorize this because of the who the fuck's the insurance company? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, exactly. You got some accountant, and not that I don't love accountants. I sleep with one every night, but and it's not Dom, just so you know. I only get him on special occasions. But yeah, they're making healthcare decisions rather than the doctors, and it's just this country doesn't have it right. But you know what? Nowhere else in the world does either. My good friend moved from Canada because their healthcare system is so fucked up. He was all over it.
My thought is, wouldn't I personally think they would save millions of dollars as when you go to your yearly physical, you get a full body scan. Just do it,
Yeah.
And if you found every little thing, like, early on, you don't have to spend all this money paying out surgeries and stuff, but they don't want to do that. Oh, thanks. It'll be cool. Ooh, a knee replacement's tough. I'm actually glad I'm not doing that.
Yeah. Again, it works great if they get it set right and then you do the rehab.
My mother-in-law
got to do the rehab right.
She had it done, and they told her, you have to stay in bed. And she didn't listen. She took a fall, and her kneecap actually dislodged and was like sideways. So she wound up having to get another surgery. And we were like, you are staying here while you rehab, because you ain't gonna fucking go do no dumbass shit like any of us would do, again.
Yeah. Kurt, is it really free if you can't actually get in to see a doctor? Just, a question I'll pose.
Well, Canada has like super high tax though, because it's all included in that, right?
Right. Oh yeah. Yeah. Again, that's what I'm saying. Nobody has a good system. There's our system, it's capitalism based. I think it's the best, but it's got a lot of problems. And so, and again, the secret secret legacy pointed out, here, I'll get that comment up again. Yeah, they have to be careful what they say, because I wish there was a lot more doctors and a lot less lawyers, because, the lawyers are always looking to, and again, not that physicians don't mess up sometimes and cause problems, and they should be held accountable to things that they mess up, same as any of us. But there's far too much ambulance chasing bullshit going on. Anyway, I'm not going to save the world tonight. Again, not a hero, just a dude with long hair who likes playing music and hanging out with my buddy Dom.
Yes,
and hanging out with all you lovely people.
All these lovely people, all the lovely people.
Yeah, I mean, don't get hippie started on. He's got his medical issues that he's trying to deal with, and he has not been treated properly in some respects. But at the end of the day, you have to do the best you can do for yourself. And like I back to exercising every night and doing all that kind of stuff, and we eat healthy, and and try not to do dumb things, whatever dumb things might be.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them. I do dumb things on a daily basis. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, I do dumb things too, but they tend not to hurt me. They're just dumb. All right.
No, they don't hurt me. They hurt my wife, because all right, there's another person we're never going to talk to.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's a different thing. Michael, sleep
I'm
well,
fine
man.
with it. Yeah. Take care, Mike.
Good to see you, man.
I'm fine with my idiocy. She's not.
Yeah. My wife pretty much just shakes her head and goes, "Yeah."
Like there is a FedEx office and a fish store. She will not go in.
Yeah,
feel like they have our picture up.
Yes, you're correct. We all fall short. Ugh. Yeah, I mean, mistakes happen, and that's unfortunate. But as if the mistake happens to you, then it's not good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I personally think the thing that really made my stupid everything tremendously worse was going to physical therapy. I think the physical therapist is the reason I'm having this surgery. Why fucked me up.
I think probably it exacerbated it, but you were going to need it at some point. But it just said, yeah, you got a problem, and it made it obvious you got a problem. And
it made it obvious.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I haven't been off. I mean, I'm luckily I can work from home. Not quite the same hours, but it gets, man, I'm going crazy here, especially since I can't do much.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that. When this has been well over a decade ago, but when I was dealing with the cancer stuff, yeah, I mean, I'd always worked out of the house, and so I was used to being here, but I could not, because of the surgery and everything, I could not really sit in the chair for longer than 15 minutes or so. I had to get up and walk around or go lay down, and yeah, that was a miserable couple months. Just no fun.
Cool. Why don't you come be our guest host, Kurt? We can literally talk for hours.
Yeah, there you go.
Right on here.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Riff Room, hook up with Hippie. He is great about getting people in the community some exposure, and that's his thing.
Oh, no better. That's everyone's.
We've all come through Hippie. We've all come through Hippie. Mm-hmm. The only reason anybody knows me and the flowing hair is because of Hippie.
You know, on YouTube, when you respond to,
No, I'm not going to talk about that because it doesn't exist. Sorry.
you know how on YouTube, when you respond to a comment, they disappear?
Yeah.
So, um, the first time Hippie played me, he was like sub 26. And so I never responded to it. So it's like, it's always, when I get through all my comments, it's always like, oh, that's the first time Hippie played me.
Yeah, no, exactly right. Same thing. I mean, Hippie got me early. Hippie might have been 13, 14 for me, something like that. I mean, which was, again, it's been a very cool journey. And that's kind of what we're doing tonight in a roundabout way. We're just kind of celebrating the community. Viv's interview was great. We talked about Jade. We talked about Viv. We've talked about being on Jade's show. We talked about Hippie's show. That's just a cool place to be. And of course, we promote what's going on in Clay's show tomorrow. And just good play. Hey, here's Mixie.
What's up, Mix Club?
How are you, Rhett?
And Chad has a show on Saturday, right?
Yes. Yep. Yeah. Chad's got it's a rock show.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say any more than that. You lazy people in the chat, we're not going to spoon feed you everything. Go to Chad Freeman's Facebook page and get the lowdown on his rock show. But it's going to be a cool rock show.
Yeah.
Featuring many of you.
Many of you.
If you don't know that, you need to know that. Yeah, exactly. Makes an old guy feel young.
Oh, too funny. You hate being spoon-fed, Chris. Spoon-fed.
Yeah.
That's obviously supposed to be spoon-fed.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
if you can figure it out, it's not wrong.
Yeah. There you go. So, yeah, I mean, some of us are trying to get a little healthier, and that's a good thing. And always good to encourage. Oh, this looks like, well.
That's
cool. Yeah.
I am getting my, I think, 4th and 6th is what my surgery's on.
Yeah.
But it's going to be cool. I can no longer go through metal detectors.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Oh, no. I think someone told me it's titanium is okay.
Well, maybe.
I want
Hey, Charlie, how are you?
What's going on, Charlie?
All right. Just looking to see if anybody else is new and joined us besides Charlie. No, it's good to see Charlie on. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Okay, yeah, Riff Room got on Bandcamp today. Bandcamp is a cool place to be. Although, as Jade pointed out, they got bought by another entity and they laid off half the staff and just corporate bullshit. So,
I mean, it did sound like they had an awful lot of people working there.
Well,
again, it's like
usually
like 6,000.
Yeah, somebody will come in.
A lot of people. Even I went, that's a lot of people.
Yeah, you always wonder. Usually what happens, though, is a company will buy, they'll go in and go, oh, you're overstaffed. But then they'll cut it to the bone to make their first quarter profits look a little better. And they go too far and, they never lay off the right people. And, But that's how the world works.
That's the way it works. Yeah, nothing you can do about it.
Oh, hey, you know what? I'm going to highlight this because this will be a fun thing for you guys in the chat. We've got some new people in the community and some new people providing content and everything. 12 premieres on the 12th of January 12th. So they're going to do a 12-hour show. So I don't know how the hell they're going to do it, but, because neither of them take drugs, but they'll figure something out. But if you got a new song, and this would be a great place to premiere it. And the thing that they do, which is very cool, is they literally pull the show over. Don't make me pull the show over. but they pull the show over and they send everybody to the premiere. So everybody that's on that show comes over and watches the premiere, and then everybody comes back. And it's just a cool thing to do. So keep that in mind, folks, if you got new music coming up.
Absolutely. Chris, why don't you play a tune? I have to step away for a second.
Oh, and I'm so not prepared.
Well, you don't. I mean, I'm not going this second.
Okay, good. Well, I'll find something. So be interesting and entertaining for 1 minute.
Yeah, I mean, you can never be interesting on demand.
No, isn't that true?
No, I got nothing. It's all been everything I got to say is about watching TV.
Yeah. Well,
Like I just almost done with The Man from High Castle.
Ooh, now
the first
that's pretty
season
cool
was
show, right?
The first season was really good, and it could have been the drugs, but I got very confused in season 2 and 3, and I almost feel like now I'm in season 4, and I'm like, oh, okay, now I get it. Like you could have compressed this down a whole lot more.
It's true. Yeah. Well, but again, they were going by. Philip K. Dick's, it was a short story,
right?
And so they had to kind of go back and basically invent the rest of the thing. So I'm just looking on real quick and just seeing who might be fun to play, because we've played you, we've played me, so let's play somebody else. And I know who's in the chat right now. Let's just see if I can find somebody fun to play. I'm looking through. Oh, well, this is a no-brainer. We're going to play.
Who are we going to play?
We're going to play. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to go over here so actually you can see it. But somebody that we've been talking about who we think is amazing. Let's play our friend Viv Sparrow.
All righty then. I'll be right back.
Used to believe in forever, heavenly pain. I've been waiting so long. Can anybody hear the nighttime? This is my time. So why can't it be what I want it to be? Hey, I'm stuck on the bittersweet refrain. Feel it over and over. You're loving me, but then you're throwing it all away. And you keep coming round, but this tightrope is gonna give someday. Who's gonna be the first to walk it straight? Beautiful words drenched in starshine, spilled from our glasses with I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Never really hurt. Underneath all the stars, there were cracks in the glasses. I wanna know, why can't it be what I want it to be? Hey, I'm stuck on the bittersweet refrain. Feel it over and over. You're loving me, but then we're throwing it all away. And you keep coming round, but this tightrope is gonna give someday. Who's gonna be the first to walk it straight? Who's gonna be the first to walk it straight. Straight. Love's rage, it's turning the tide. Tie me down till I'm paralyzed. It's tearing me up, but I'm not gonna hide. Thought we'd never give up. Thought we'd never give up. And I tried to get back there again. You climbed from the valley and I dragged you back in. It's cold and it burns up my tears in the wind. Thought we'd never give up. Thought we'd never give up. Thought we'd never give up. And I tried to get back there again. You climbed from the valley and I dragged you back in. It's cold and it burns up my tears in the wind. Thought we'd never give up. Thought we'd never give up. Thought we'd never give up. Who's gonna be the first to walk it straight? Who's gonna be the first to walk it straight? Who's gonna be the first to walk it straight?
Oh, just try your best, girls. They're all drunk anyway soon. When I get done with them, it's okay.
I love that she left that guy in.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That was cool.
Nothing like drunk people at a bar.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what
They're
a
the
beautiful
best.
song, though. Oh my goodness,
phenomenal.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love it. The piano and the harmonies between the two ladies, just
That was
fantastical.
talent.
It is Viv Sparrow.
Let
Day.
me
I'm great
tell.
with that.
Oh, I have to do it because she's still here. Let me tell my Viv Sparrow story. This just happened. So she's doing her show, right? I'm home. My son's doing his homework, and I'm about to give him a spelling test. And I'm like, hold on a second, Jack. I'm like, my friend show started. So he looks at her, and there's Viv there, and he's like, do you like her more, the mom? And I'm like, no, Jack, she's just a friend who plays music. Are you gonna leave mom because she's really pretty? I'm like, no, Jack. And then on cue, Jade asks her about SWA, and then she blah blah blah, and she goes, "Oh, and Dom," and he just looks at me and he walks out of the room. I'm like, Jack, I had to leave. It was so goddamn funny. It was so funny.
Oh Lord, oh yeah, that's yeah.
He's probably
You need to pull him
went to
aside,
bed
Bill.
is like, I better start preparing, you know.
Yeah,
Dad's leaving.
getting dad's out of here. Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
kids are freaking awesome.
Oh, that's too funny. Well, Viv is laughing at that story, which is good.
You have to laugh. It's just hysterical.
Yeah, that's too. Yeah, exactly. Busted. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, no, it's funny because one time I forget what Viv was all charged about. Oh, that song I let die. But she was like, "Oh, well, I'll just come over your house and we'll record it." And I was like, "Viv, you ain't walking through my door without your husband or your." I'm like, "That's never gonna happen. I've been married long enough to know that's never gonna happen."
No, there's no kidding. There's rules on that. I have a standing rule, because I'm on the internet, I'm late at night and all this kind of stuff. And my wife's like, "No, you're not texting with women or anything." It's like, not unless they're a musician or something. But no, Naya. I mean, they're actually Facebook friends because they share some of the same autoimmune disease stuff. So I said, "You can walk in anytime. There ain't nothing like that happening." I said, "Yeah." Well, she goes, "Well, you know what? This last Friday, you were up till like 3 a.m. And I said, "Yeah, I was talking to Pole Vault and Wayne Hacker." So yeah, and we're talking about music stuff. So
Well, I think the general rule, or at least it was back in the day, you're allowed to keep all the women friends you had up until that point, but never will there be a new um get it, Jeff, yeah. What did you do, Vivian?
oh boy, yeah. Well, again,
Oh, my wife would just be like, "Oh, she can have them." So it won't phase
he's
us
a
either.
mess.
Yeah. Sure, man. She's had I mean, the first time when I had cancer, I didn't realize how hard my wife's life had become.
Yes.
But this time, I'm totally aware of it because I'm just sitting in a chair, you know. Oh my God, she's running ragged. Like I have
Yeah.
to send her away after this.
Yeah. No, poor thing. It's tough.
Taking the kids to dual schools and events and work
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
food
Exactly.
shopping, and
Well,
it's crazy.
parenting is a two-parent contact sport, and when one parent is on IR, yeah, that's tough. Your kids are at that age where there's a lot of stuff going on.
Oh, you really gain respect for single parents
Oh, I got nothing.
as soon as you have kids, man. Like I'm like, how could they do any of this by themselves? You know? They
Yeah,
can't.
like everything, they just figure out a way. But oh my
Mhm.
goodness, it just
I guess that's it. When you have no other
when you have no
option but to
choice,
make-
you
yeah.
do what you have to
Mm.
do. But
Which is kind of how we all become parents too. I guess we're having a kid.
yeah,
Okay then.
we did what we had to do. That was fun. Oh, now what? Yeah, indeed. But we won't go there. But that's just a fantastic song. It's just been a great Viv day. Just and I don't want to gush so much, but
Matter of
it's
fact,
rare that someone comes along that sings that beautifully, that purely. Technique is amazing, tone is amazing. There's a lot of good singers around, but oh my goodness, that is just head and shoulders above what you hear on the radio and you hear in most things. She's just a fantastic vocalist and talent.
oh,
and
I mean,
musician.
I think Jade said it proper that soon as you hear her, yeah, she is.
Yeah.
We're all good. We're not singers. I mean, it's unbelievable the things she could do with her voice. So
Yeah, well, that's it. Just and she refers to it properly. She says, "My instrument, in my body," and she's exactly right.
Mhm.
And she plays her instrument beautifully. Yeah, here we go. Coldacre. He's right. Yeah, exactly.
Viv, if I didn't meet you first, someone else. I mean, it's impossible. And that's why I would remember. I remember the first time I listened to one of your songs. I was like, "How is this even possible? That like there's music like this and a voice like this here?"
Yeah.
So
exactly. Well, thank God you are a creepy stalker.
yeah. Well, I when I hear like talented people, I want to share them. Just I don't meet as many,
Absolutely.
and but yeah, she's phenomenal
Yeah, very true. Very true.
and very
And
helpful.
and I mean, is that the cutest picture ever with her little ears and little face
Yeah.
paint? You think? It's adorable.
Yeah, very
Friggin'
cool.
adorable.
Very adorable.
And that's not something you can say. You get a load of me and metalhead hippie. Nobody says adorable.
Yeah.
That just don't. That's not a word that comes to mind.
Or I'd hate to see the person that thinks you're adorable.
Well, I mean, they got a German Shepherd and a white cane.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Bring him over here.
Yeah.
I kind of think he's adorable too. Viv. I like Chris. I
You can
like Chris.
Not adorable.
In a very weird way, yeah. Adorable, sure. In a very strange way, definitely be adorable.
Well, maybe Kurt. Well, again, there's a lot of love in the room, isn't there?
It's very. Maybe we should just note this date, and October 19th shall be Viv Sparrow Day.
Why, absolutely. Every, what is it, Friday the 13th, Jeff, is Give Mike Shaner a Hug Day. So, why not? I mean, there should be there. My wife we were driving into work yesterday, and she's reading off a list of all the days of various things. And I mean, left-handed, scissors, runs with scissors guys have a day. And it's just, so why not? We should take days for our community. And
They'll
Mike Shaner
give
gets a day. Viv gets a day.
I'm going to say something very unpopular. Almost anyone can get a day these days. Apparently, except Italians, because they fucking took our day away.
Yeah, that's right. You had it. Day,
not Italians. I'm sorry. That mafia and stuff. We're done with you people. Yeah, it's for everyone now.
You guys lost your day. That's true.
Yeah, we lost our day.
You really did.
That's messed up, man.
It kind of is.
When you think about it, it's really rude.
Yeah, it is.
Why couldn't you make the next day Indigenous People Day? We already had it. We should be grandfathered in with the day.
One would think so, but you're bad somehow because Columbus didn't exactly.
Right? It's tough being Italian. You're right, Viv.
Yeah. See, she would know. I'll tell you what. Try and take St. Patrick's Day away.
Exactly.
I mean, Boston would riot and just, it would be ugly. Yeah.
You know why I think it is? Because, and it's really not even Italian Day. It was Columbus Day. It was for him.
Yeah.
Just change it. Don't give it his name, but I don't even remember what I was going to say.
That's it. Well, it's a shame Uncle Tony's not still around. You can call Uncle Tony and go lean on some people and get it.
He pull up in his mail truck.
Exactly. And go,
that's the greatest story, right? Yeah.
We need a day.
He drove over to my house in an 18-wheel United States Post Office tractor trailer and beat the living shit out of my neighbor because he said something mean to me.
That's great to have.
That's an uncle.
I
love Uncle Tony.
Yeah, see? Lord Spike is right.
I had Uncle Tony, Uncle Vito, Uncle Salvatore. Those are my uncles.
Yeah. Not a Mick or Patty in the bunch.
No. My wife, I swear to God, is the first Irish person I have. Well, no. My sister's husband.
Yeah.
Both me and my sister went Irish.
Yeah. Well, Irish and Italians get along great.
Yeah. You know why? Because Italians are kind of sappy fucking people, and you need the hard hand of an Irish person every once in a while.
Get over yourself. Stop! Don't be a stupid.
Yeah, right. What Italian family when we grew up did not have Uncle Vito, Uncle Salvatore, Uncle Frankie, Uncle Tony?
Yeah. Some of our my parents, best friends when we lived in Utah was she was Italian, he was an Irishman from Butte, Montana. He was three drunken brothers. So yeah, it works out.
Well, that's why my kids are named Jack and Danny, because I'm like, good God, it's Torah Grossa. It's enough of but with a name like mine,
yeah,
as well. I'm like, so we're going real short.
Yeah, there you go. Very good. Yeah, it's always fun to think about that kind of stuff and that heritage, right?
We could be related, Viv.
Yeah.
You live very close to where I lived.
Yeah.
I think I've seen some of her videos, and I'm like, I bet you like a year or two before I played at like a bunch of the same places she played at.
Yeah, it seems like you
guys
in
New York anyway.
Yeah, plowed.
Well, that's why I started talking to her, because I'm a liner note guy, so I was reading all the comments and all the things she put in, like the first video I saw of hers, and she said the recording studio something on the Hudson. I'm like, the Hudson? I live on the Hudson, So then I started like, at one point where she grew up, I lived there for a while. Sure. Interesting stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Pete Saloon, yeah. My friend, the hosts and he keeps telling me to go. He does an open mic there. He hosts an open mic now at Pete Saloon.
Yeah. There you go. Well, again,
Well, he wasn't a real uncle, but I knew a Benny.
yeah. Who couldn't have? I mean, none of us can live with that. Us Irish guys love garlic. Why not?
It's like the spice of life.
Yeah, it's good. You need a little garlic.
My eldest son does not like garlic.
That's a shame because it's really healthy.
He doesn't like anything.
Well, kids will grow out of it. Kids have very, I bet he does. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't love as a kid that now I'm all over.
I always liked everything.
I did. No, I was pretty that way, but there were things that I just that's not happening. Yeah.
My motto has always been, "How do you want your food? On a plate." I don't give me it. I don't care what it is. Well, I mean, I care, but I mean, I'll eat from any, like any culture or willing to try anything.
No, She Hands was actually in Boston, Viv. That the bar behind me. Yeah, that's in Boston. Lori, I think Lori's been there, or Lori knows where it is. One of the two.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but
didn't she just post a whole bunch of photos from a Boston shoot recently?
Yeah, she did. But yeah, there's a bunch of Irish guys in New York. There's no question about that. So yeah, those two towns would absolutely riot if they tried to take our day. And the rest of the nation would lose an excuse to be a drunken idiot.
Now I remember what I was going to say. The reason why there was no saving Columbus Day was because it's not a holiday that makes anyone any money.
Yeah, true story.
Bars don't want St. Patty's Day to go. So I think that's the reason behind it.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I mean, St. Patrick's Day is a serious. Yeah, now I'm sure Hugh has been in an Irish pub or two. Yeah, there's that one song about being in an Irish bar, which I may cover that song someday. Something here in Timbuktu, can always find an Irish pub. So anyway, and it's a good thing. Except in Durango, they had a place down there called the Irish Embassy. And one of my friends in Durango was on a plane ride down there with the Guinness rep in the U.S. and said that bar in Durango, Colorado, sold more Guinness than any other place west of the Mississippi.
Really?
Yeah. Like, wow. Yay, Durango. Of course, at one time, La Plata County, which Durango is in, had the highest alcohol consumption in the nation, short of Washington, D.C. So, there's a college down there and everything. So, hey, but it went out of business, which is a shame because I love that place. And it was a good, a kind of Irish pub. They had good stuff and actually pretty good food. But COVID killed it. Like COVID killed a lot of cool places.
Yeah,
couldn't survive it. So, anyway, I don't know what Viv is thanking Feisty for, but Feisty
she's very thankful. She's so thankful.
She is thankful. Did you guys catch Feisty's live performance there, standing up? And I was teasing her because she's always been a part of the community. She's in everybody's chat. She's awesome. But now she got up and sang with Al, did a great job. So now she's really one of us in every way. No, it was fantastic. It was really cool to see. Yeah.
Ooh,
Kielbasa and kraut.
Oh, delicious.
Kielbasa and kraut. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, ZX, good to see you. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Very cool.
My friend Chris, I think I am going to have to bail.
Yeah, I understand. Well, it's getting down to it. That's fine. Because again, I loved having you here. It's our show, but I also don't want you to push it.
Yeah, well, it's more. I'm starting to drift. So
Yeah. He's taking his drugs, folks, as a good boy, like he should. And so that's cool. Well, I will carry on, Wayward
Okay,
Son,
cool.
for
Maybe someone wants to come up
for the
and,
next.
and
Yeah.
hang out with Chris for the rest of the show.
Yeah. If anybody
Folks, it was. Thank you all for coming. Hope you had a good time. I am going to go lay on the couch. Chris, love you, bro, and I'll talk to you
Love
all
you.
soon.
All right, be well, man.
Oh, I almost hit end stream.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right. Good night.
Good night,
I'm so
Tom.
used to it. Yeah. Bye.
I know. And there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. Dominic Torregrossa, a fine Irishman, if there ever was one. But a great guy, and been a dear friend now for a couple of years. And so it was great to have him on the show, and great to have it. I'm going to just decide what I'm going to do next, because there was I think I kind of mentioned some videos, and we don't have time to get into it, but again, I'm seeing a lot of progression in the community as far as things that they're doing and everything. And like, if Riff is still here, he's been in the chat. He's kind of got himself introduced to the community a little bit, and he posted a song today, and it's like his first ever video. And apparently I had encouraged him to do that and go, and he posted it up, and it was pretty darn nifty. And, you know, especially for first effort, certainly a lot better than my first effort. So it's good to see people, you know, come in and, you know, get integrated to the community and just put themselves out there. I think that's just fantastic. Oh, all right. Go to my channel. All right. Well, you go to whose ever channel. God, we're both places, so why not? And yeah, I agree with Kurt here. It is an amazing community. There he is. No, you rock, actually. If I can find that, I may try and play it. We'll see if I can. Well, I probably can't do it solo. But yeah, if go find Riffru on YouTube and sub Riff up. He's done like a lot of us. He's starting off with just a couple subs, like we all did, and go check him out. But it was a nice piece, and it was a great first start. So yeah, exactly. I am going to throw the link in the chat if there's anybody that wants to come up and join me for the last, you know, maybe 30 minutes or so. If there's anything they want to discuss or anything they want to get off their chest. Dom was able to go a little longer than, you know, I thought he might be able to. So I don't really have anything prepared for the last part of the show here. Not like we spend a ton of time preparing stuff. Trust me. We kind of get up here and riff and see what happens, but just want to make that available. If, you know, Chad wants to come on and chat about some of his upcoming things, Jeff, you're welcome to come up and talk about Friday. And I'll go back. This is, you know, almost 30 minutes ago, but Vince Janella, and I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. If I'm not, please let me know, Jeff. But his wife just passed away, and really a tragic, unfortunate thing. And Jeff, I think you guys know, is very community minded. He's raised money for people when set up by Marshall, when his house burned. He raised money for him. He is helped a lot of people over the years, and he wants to do a little bit of a fundraiser, kind of a telethon on Friday. And let me get the date right, Jeff. November. Did you say the 10th? Friday? Is it Friday the 10th that you want to try and do that, Jeff? Oh, November 3rd. Okay, the week before. All right. So yeah, that'll be coming up. So November 3rd. Put any details about that in the chat that you'd like, Jeff. But I will love to come over and either play live or however I can help with that. If Dom can do it, I know he'll want to do it. And there may be some other people in the community that want to do that. So yeah, Marshall's good people, and it's just a good thing to do. Yeah, Wendy, his wife, and that was I think it was a little bit unexpected. So that's a shame. So absolutely want to get on there and do what we can to help them out a little bit. So that'll be November 3rd, Friday night on Metalhead Hippies channel. So watch for that. And if you can be a part of it, I would encourage you to do that. All right. Steve, I've been behind for, I don't know, about 3 weeks now. So welcome. All right, so there you go. Here's some of the details. Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. So the usual starts at 2 my time, and November 3rd. Okay, well, very good. Yeah, absolutely. I'm down. I will be there. All right, and saying hi to Steve. Aloha. How are you? Steve Harloha has joined us. That's very cool. But that's kind of, some of the happenings in the community that I'm aware of. And again, I live in my little cave here. I don't know everything that's going on. I try and stay connected and see what's going on and catch every show that I possibly can. And it's nice to be back on the shows, honestly. I was a total stranger from Metalhead Hippie show there for almost a month. Couldn't catch TCs, wasn't catching Jade. I just was slammed with a giant work project and finally got that done. And so now I'm back to being a normal person and can get around again. And I missed it. It was great. Kept doing this show and everything, but that was about the only thing I was doing, was coming on Thursday nights and doing this. So there you go. So Al, get a hold of Metalhead Hippie. Because he's raising some money for Vince Janella. All right. So a very cool thing, Jeff. I appreciate you doing that. It's the right thing to do. Again, and there he is, Mike Shaner. Everybody, it's not give Mike Shaner a hug day, because that was Friday the 13th. But that doesn't mean you can't go right now and give Mike Shaner a hug in the chat. I'm not going to stop you. And in fact, I kind of encourage it, because Mike is a cool dude and we all need a hug, right? There you go. See, hug Mike Shaner, folks. Who doesn't need a nice hug every once in a while and a pat on the back and an attaboy? So, how do, Mike? Yeah, it's always good to see you. Thanks for joining us tonight, Mike. Good to see you. I'm trying to think what else we wanted to cover. I'll kind of preview this. Pole Vault and I talked about this. He's a thrifty individual. Hugh the Scotsman might have another term for it, but you can do cool things without spending a lot of money. And we all know that we need to have some sort of visual to go along with our music. It helps. It grabs people's attention. It helps you gather subscribers. It keeps people engaged. So in the coming weeks, going to start spotting in some budget things that you can do, but can yield really nice results on video stuff. I've got a couple programs that I use that are free, but they're very powerful, and learn some tricks. And again, all about trying to share things that people in the community know, things that I've picked up, and I'm going to be happy to share. So look for that in the coming next couple weeks. I'll either have a little segment, or depending on, how Dom's feeling, if he's going to be here for most of the show, we'll do just a segment. But if he's unavailable or is not feeling up to it, then we may do a full show on it. But we'll you keep saying that, but without pictures, Hugh, there's no proof. So we're looking to see that, man. Anyway, that's what's coming up here. Just gonna kind of talk about, and I think here's what I was going with this, and here's why it hit me. I was looking at some first timers videos or some early videos, and Riff Room being kind of the exception to this. But the videos, we all gather up footage and everything, but there's a process, a mindset that you probably have to gather the right footage. We all patrol the same stock sites and everything, or shoot little things, but there has to be some intentionality. And again, Jade has been going over this, and Jade is brilliant as far as concepts and everything that she does in this. But most of us are not Jade. We don't have necessarily the capability of everything. So it is my intent to kind of walk people through the thought process a little bit, so that your time can be well spent if on these stock things, and you're not just gathering up stuff that you can gather. There's some intentionality to it. If your song is about a relationship, how to quickly go through and look at men and women together, or couples of some sort, and are they coming together? Are they drifting apart? What's the intentionality message of your music, and getting the video to match that. And so we'll spend some time on that. From Germany, hello, Steve. Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Nein, ich spreche nicht so Deutsch. And that is really almost the extent of my German. I took it in junior high, and because I live in America, taking German, smart, right? A language that I did not get an opportunity to use very often. So I'm just kind of looking at the chat to see if anybody else has snuck in while I was yapping. No, don't see anybody new. No. I would pay money to see that. I wouldn't put it past Felix. Felix seems to be a talented fella, but then again, try to get Cat to do anything is always, cat videos are crazy, and everybody's doing the shorts and everything. And every time I get out the phone to take a picture of my cat Newton, he's like, dude, I'm not a performer. That's not what I do. If the phone is in the other room, I'll be cute as hell, but you're never going to capture me doing anything interesting, just so you know. I'm like, thanks, Cat. I'm trying to, if I make a couple bucks on YouTube by filming you, you can eat better kibble, just saying. But he doesn't get the message, because let's review. He's a cat. And cats do what cats do. Oh, yeah. Interesting. My wife's family is from Kansas, and they're all German immigrants. So my wife is German, of German descent. And her father did not actually speak English until he went to school in kindergarten, first grade. And as a matter of fact, one of his grandfathers, they forbade them to speak English. They would only speak German. But it's a fascinating language. I love it. I just wish I could actually speak a little bit more of it. Well, no, a means to an end, Dog Paw. People are doing these shorts to gather a little attention for the channel. That's all. And I have not done it yet, because I don't get the concept of the shorts. I know a lot of people do it. I know they're having success with it, but yeah, it's not exactly for me yet. But again, that's only because the cat hasn't cooperated. You never know. Yeah, but cat videos are more popular than dog videos. They just are. I don't know why. I mean, people love dogs. I love dogs. But cat videos are better somehow. I don't know why. But videos are videos. And yeah, we want to make good, again, videos that hold people's attention, display what you're doing as a musician, and just enhance the experience. I mean, it's kind of a total thing. That's why we love going to concerts. Like, we're watching the band play while we're listening to their music. Video is kind of the extension of that. Although it allows you to tell stories, or, frame your music in a different way. Okay. Well, again, there's the big talk, Hugh. Let's see it. Tartan shorts. Yeah. I can see you doing it, lad. All right. It doesn't make you a bad person. Okay. There you go, from A Guru. So is that the guy's name, A Guru, or he is a guru? Yeah. See, again, there's a lot of science to it and everything. I don't know it. There are conspiracy music. There's a lot of more people that know a lot more about that end of it than I do. I think I have some things to say about presenting things visually and kind of telling the story and pulling together clips that make sense as a background. But anyway, yeah, I got you. That's all good. That's why there's always the replay. And I missed a bit of Viv's interview because I was parking the car and various things. So I'm going to go to the replay of Viv's interview and catch part of that at some point. But so that's what I've got tonight. If anybody has anything interesting they want to talk about, throw it in the chat real quick, or it might be, well, there you go. See? Well, that's a great start. That's what I think I've got to share this evening. So if we don't have anything else, I think I am probably going to cut the show maybe just a little bit shorter than we usually do, but we've been going for 2 hours on the mark, and I have run out of interesting things to say. Not that perhaps I had anything interesting to say to begin with. Can you pop in next week? You damn right you can, Hugh. I would love to have you on next week. So let's make sure your setup is working as we kind of worked our way through that, and we'll get Hugh on next week because it's always great to have Hugh on, and I can understand Hugh much of the time. Yeah, no, I am not set up to perform tonight. We did that last week, and that was a lot of fun. And we'll have open mics every once in a while. Again, there are open mic shows and everything, and we're not looking to do what other people do particularly. This show was always set up to be, Dom and I chatting about things that interest us and things in the community, and then via the chat, things that interest you guys. So that's kind of where we're at on that. Yeah, Jeff, I'll be in touch with you, and we'll get set up on Vince's deal. So, yep, yeah, you tried, and I appreciate it, and that was nice. But I think with that, to steal Jeff's line, love, peace, hippie grease, be good to one another. Have a good time. I will see many of you on Jeff's show tomorrow, and then probably on. I think I'm going to go on Clay's show and do a little bit of karaoke Friday night, and then I'll see everybody on Chad's show on Saturday. But thanks everybody for being here. You guys are rocking. You guys are the best, and appreciate you being here. And we'll see you all next week. Have a great, great evening.